Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
We're about 15 miles from the Atlantic coast in the northeast corner of Florida. Welcome to Everbank Stadium here in Jacksonville. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Denver Broncos and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Mike Tirico, along with my partner Greg Olson, it's Will Lutz, the kicker, who gets this started. Off we go from the Sunshine State. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. On the ground, here's the Clemson product, Travis Etienne. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for a Jaguars first down.
They'll go back to Etienne on 1st down. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at their 48-yard line.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 9. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. He's got a man. That's Travis Hunter. And they'll take this down inside the 35. They get 18 on the pitch and catch. That's good for a Jaguar. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Throw here down the field. It'll fall. Incomplete. Brian Thomas, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
All right, let's go.
Here's Lawrence. Looking middle, and he spots Hunter there. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. 2 times they've connected on this drive now. This one for 21 yards and a 1st down.
13-yard line.
Lawrence now. And he's in. Travis Hunter. Touchdown Jaguars. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Aggressive play here. Score on that opening drive. But they don't get 2, and it remains 6-0. So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. Now an opening past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
former Ohio State Buckeye. Here's Jake Hayden-Dobbins. And he'll get this to about the 36-yard line. Foye Oluokun with the play.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
It is 2nd and 9. Play action now. It's Nix. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. He was looking for Marvin Mims there. 3rd down coming up.
His offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
He finds Mims. It's complete. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
It's a gain of 31
A
yards.
big-time play for the Broncos. 31 yards.
A gain of 31 yards. And the Broncos first
Set to
down.
go now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Nix. That's complete to his running back, Jake Hayden-Dobbins. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Jaguars' 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll go play action with Nix. To the right side, he's got Ingram, the tight end. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
A 1st down throw for Nix. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
So after 1, 6-0 is our score. We'll have more from Jacksonville after this. The Broncos in possession of the football to begin the 2nd quarter. They have it 2nd and 4 coming up. He'll give it to Dobbins. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
Well, this play, Mike, is clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
The field goal unit staying put. They're going to line up and go for this on 4th down. That's taken in, and he's in. Denver.
Touchdown, Denver.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this, and you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback. They get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
So now after the touchdown, Luck's going to send this one away.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Hey, run!
A first down throw for Lawrence. To the right side, hauled in by Myers. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. That's good for 27 and a first down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
These are 24.
To throw is Lawrence. He'll go right back to Myers. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Now 2nd down throw for Lawrence. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Talanoa Hufanga.
His guys take over. Stand 10 at their own 11-yard line.
Nick snap on 1st and 10. Left side, that's complete. It's Sutton. A big connection to flip the field as they get across midfield on that one. A big play to kick off this drive. A gain of 48.
How about that for your first catch of the game? I mean, to be able to attack the defense with your very first grab really sets things up nicely for the rest of the game. So defensively, they need to tighten up a little bit on the back end, because I promise you that's not going to be the last time they call his number.
That's caught right side. It's Franklin. And he is out of bounds down at the 21. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
On first down, here's Nix to throw. This one complete to Sutton. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Now, a 2nd down throw for Nix. That's to the end zone, but they cannot connect. It's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and Frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Working out of the gun, it's Nix. And that is incomplete. Troy fights it, the intended target. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6? And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on free and extend their lead.
So following the field goal, Lutz is back out to kick it away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
On red. Turn, this is hot.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the place. And it's 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Center. Shot.
In motion is Myers.
Here we go.
Lawrence now on 2nd down. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. Now a 3rd and 2.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run for the first with ETN. The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. And the rush is going to get there. He goes down. They were taking a big risk going for it from their own territory. It does not pay off, and it's a turnover on down. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Nice 44. Ready?
Throwing. Nix. That is incomplete. No way to force a football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
On 2nd down, it's Nix. Got it into the hands of Mims. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. 18 yards on the connection. Good for a Denver 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Here's Nix to throw. He'll dump this out wide to Dobbins.
Nix's pass completes to J.K. Dobbins. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They face 2nd down and 7. Throwing is Nix. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Troy Franklin Broncos.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle four, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the second quarter and the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
Makes the score Broncos 17, Jaguars 6. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
3 seconds, all that remain in this first half, as that one's away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line.
It's not enough. You solid left, but it's not enough. You better reach that, but it's not enough. Say you bigger than myself, but it's not enough. I get on it.
Decent 24.
On first down, Lawrence. He's going to air this one out. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Here comes a return from the end zone. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line.
I check the doors, check the windows, and pull the blinds. I check the clock, wondering what he'll pull this time. I have a feeling that necromancer's outside.